All right, we're gonna get home. I'm gonna get us home. I promise. Come on, green light. Come on, what the fuck? Damn, that fucking delayed green took forever. Goodness gracious. All right. We are up in this motherfucker. We are. Oh, the first lady, Mrs. Evil, is up in this biatch. Uh, I really did spend like all day lifting weights, like dead ass. uh, but I went and did some stuff I normally would not do. I think I went too far. I'm on Second Avenue now. Stephen Pickett, we see you again, sir. Good to see you. Much appreciated. Yeah, you guys don't normally see me on Sunday nights in the car. Normally, if you see me on Sunday nights, I'm playing Infinite Warfare. I might see what Serial Killer is doing and get on there tonight. But it does not look like I'm going to be in the gym tomorrow. Does not look like that at all. I went a block too far west. So I'm going to have to, I think, right? No, I think I have to go down further. I think Third Avenue. Wow. Sorry, folks. I had to mute my mic because this dude is playing his music mad fucking loud, and I didn't want my stream to get tagged for, some fucking copyright shit. I don't understand why guys insist on playing their music for the entire fucking block. My nigga, you are driving a Honda Accord. Nobody's impressed. Nobody's gonna look at how fucking loud your music is. Look over at your Honda Accord. See, I knew I didn't fuck this up. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna let this guy go. Come on, move your car. Move your car. Move, 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 move. I knew I was still too high up. Third Avenue doesn't turn into a two-way street until like the lower 20s. No big deal. I'll just make this turn here. I'm taking the zigzaggy long way home, folks. Yeah, but I don't understand why motherfuckers insist. They insist on playing their music ultra fucking loud. And it's like, dude, you're in a $20,000 sedan. Nobody's impressed. Like literally, nobody's impressed. Come on, taxi guy, let's go. I just don't understand. I don't understand it. I just don't understand. Like what about your $22,000 vehicle with like two options on it? It's a fucking Honda Accord, but you need to play your music for everybody to see that you're around. I don't understand that. And the music you're listening to is shitty. The sound system you've got in your car is shitty. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Guys, if you're driving a car that has an MSRP under $50,000, please don't blast your fucking music for everybody to look at you. You look like a goddamn fool. If you're not in an Audi, a Mercedes, a BMW, a Porsche, and even then, have some fucking class. I think I went one block too early. I think I had to wait until 23rd Street for it to turn two-way street again. Yeah, I'm doing the ultimate. Yeah, I'm about to. Oh wait! Oh shit! Oh, I thought I fucked it up again. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. I think it's because it's. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that, but fuck it. Okay. No more zigzag. No more zigzag. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you're not in like a convertible, like if you're in a convertible, you could like blasting the music. Okay, that if it's under $50,000, it's a convertible. Okay, but still have some class. But like I could see why you would, because drop tops are pretty rare. But if you're in a motherfucking Honda Accord with an MSRP of $25,000, nobody's gonna look at you and be like, "Oh my God, I'm so envious. Look at him in his $25,000 car." I promise you, no one gives a fuck. I promise you. Anyway, I did a lot of work today. I'm proud of the work that I did, even though I almost passed out in the middle of my workout because I was doing too much. Um, but it felt good. It felt good. But much love to everybody coming through the stream on a Sunday evening. For those that really enjoy the, I'm gassy. What a dumbass. Um, for those that enjoy like the Infinite Warfare streams, I might get on Infinite Warfare today. I might do it. But me and the First Lady, we are here. It's funny. I had some pretty interesting discussions on Twitter concerning another instance of a transgender person getting into a cage to fight a woman. And I understand that there are like really strong opinions going in both directions. And, we're probably, Captain Paul and I, we're probably going to do an episode kind of covering the subject where we're actually going to invite you, the listeners, the watchers, to join the panel and give your opinions and explain why you hold the opinions you do. But I realized I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And it's so freeing to know that I don't care. There are a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's not fair. You know, it's not fair. The competitive balance, you know, biological males should not be fighting women. But in the case of cage fighting, just bear with me here, folks. In the case of cage fighting, right? When somebody accepts a fight, they have to sign a contract and a waiver, right? If a woman feels comfortable getting in the cage with a biological male, really, it's her fucking decision. Like, If she knows what she's going up against, and she signs that contract, who are we to tell her not to do what she wants to do with her own life? I mean, anytime someone gets in the cage with anybody, you know, the chances that you can be permanently maimed or killed in the cage is understood. Even though MMA fights, don't end in fatalities as often as boxing matches do. Whether you believe it or not, MMA fights are actually safer than boxing matches. But going in that there is a risk of, yes, please start crossing the street when the light turns red for you. Um, if you know who you're getting into the cage with, who am I to tell a woman who she can and cannot fight if she knows what the risks are going in? I mean, you have to be a crazy person to get into the cage in the first place, right? But who are we to tell any woman who she can and cannot fight? Who are we to tell her, right? Now, my opinion is going to be a little different when you're talking about, tournaments, in different sports where, women don't choose their opponents. Um, other, other entities choose their opponents. Like in the case of, like, if you're an Olympic weightlifter, right? You don't get to choose, your opponent is not one-on-one. It's a podium, first, second, and third. Um, uh, I guess the only thing I can say is I'm thankful that I'm not a woman trying to compete in the world of sports, because it's hard being a female athlete as it is. But to add this extra stuff on top of it, um, you know, but I will say that the people who engage in all of this, the people who engage in all of this, they know for a fact that there is an advantage, and is evidenced by a Japanese professional soccer player who she identifies as I don't know, as a man, maybe not identifying as a male, but identifying as a man, right? Still playing professional soccer among women, waiting to do the transition until after the professional career ends, because they know when they make the transition, you're not going to be able to compete against biological males presenting as men. You're not going to be able. You're not going to be able to compete. So you're fine staying where you are because it benefits you to stay where you are. You can continue on your road, your journey of being a professional athlete, because even though you feel like a man, you can't compete with men, which is why you're staying among the women. But you're seeing a whole lot of biological males who are chomping at the bit to go compete against women, but you're not seeing it go in the opposite direction. So I think we all kind of know what the deal is, right? But again, uh, if you choose to uh, participate in these sports, and you know what you are getting involved in, then what the fuck can I say to you? It's not, I don't have a dog in the fight, really. And it's really not up to me to tell people what to do unless they're willing to pay me $150 an hour to tell them what to do. Am I wrong?
All right.
She yawned when I asked her a question. You know what I'm saying? So, Yeah, weirdo was like walking in between the cars, so we're just like, yeah, we're gonna close that window right quick. Wow, the Williamsburg Bridge, the road leading to the Williamsburg Bridge is faster. Hello, wow, what the fool? Looks like we're gonna be stuck at this light. Yeah, and we are. Oh well. DJ Red Pill, that's facts. That roast on the taxi driver was great. One of the comment but was mid game cold. Oh, you're playing Cold Sore? Oh my God, you've got the patience of a saint. I quit that game in January before season 2 started. That shit is trash. That is the worst Call of Duty I've ever played. In fact, I suspect that having herpes is more fun than cold sore. That's my opinion. Um, I don't have herpes, thank goodness, but I imagine that it's more fun dealing with herpes than playing that game, which is why I call it cold sore. So I'm still going to keep playing Infinite Warfare until they turn the servers off or it becomes mega hacked and they can't play it anymore. And then I'm going to find a new game to play, or not. Hopefully, I find a new game to play. Something that gets me excited to play video games again. Because what's happened in gaming, it just has not. I don't really, I really don't love gaming the way I used to, and I think it's because, and those who have known me for a long time, you guys know that the way that I see, fucking asshole, um, the way that I see the gaming. I'm not going to take this. Not with the cop fucking sitting there. Nope, not today. Are they doing a speed trap here? I think they're doing a speed trap here. I think there was an accident because it's 2 cars. Oh, it's possible. Oh, yeah. That's an accident. That's an accident. You're like, yeah, take a picture of this. Take a picture of that. Um, yeah. So the way that I see it is, listen, I am not a female athlete. Um, Neither of my ladies are female athletes. Um, this is not a struggle that we have to deal with. And I think that other people are going to have to decide what their tolerance level is for a lot of these ideologies. And I suspect that, when a woman is like permanently like up, like like really fucked up, or enough women are supplanted, enough women are pushed out of the top spots in enough competitions by people who identify who are biological male. If enough of them, you know, kind of, if you start seeing the entire podium being biological males and female competitions, I think that you'll start to see more of a push to maybe create um, another category of competition. I am I'm intrigued by the um, I'm intrigued by options that are completely trans, because from a from the perspective of like somebody who's curious, I do want to know if if there is an advantage in either direction, trans man or trans woman, if there's an advantage in either direction, because I don't actually, I'm not sure what that would be. Um, I think that, if they had like biological males competing against biological women going in opposite directions, I think that would be very interesting, because you have, people who have, I'm pretty sure trans men are like taking testosterone, and the trans women still have elevated testosterone, not the same level of testosterone as a male identifying as a man. So if there's like some sort of uh if there is some sort of like a crossing point where they kind of meet, I'd like to see what those um I'd like to see what some of those contests would actually look like if they just put, you know, every trans person in just one uh in just one denomination. I mean, I'm not sure that I would be like a diehard fan of trans sports, but um, I would at least have some interest initially, um, because I think that that's an interesting question. Because a lot of people are a lot of people just don't know, and I think a lot of people are interested in that. Radu is in the building. I got into a new high school, which is focused on sports, I'm pretty sure. And I also have a trans kid in my class. I wonder what's going to happen with that. Yeah. Um, we're living very interesting times, but it's really your choice how you deal with it. You can get all pissy about certain stuff in one direction or another, or you can just accept that this is where society is today, and just let shit come what let come what may. Um, regardless of your opinions of what other people do with their lives, you don't have any authority over any of those other people. So if you know you can't control what other people do, why fucking bother yourself with it? It's not really, if it's not life or death, where somebody's harming someone. um this guy wants to change this guy wants to change lanes. We could have exchanged. That would have been cool. Let's see if this guy is going to let me in. He might, and I'll say thank you, to you guys. He won't hear it. I can already see that kid starting fights with teachers because of the way they categorize him. Is going to be really interesting. I mean, again, you know, these are things in society that we really don't have any control over. And, the teachers, your teachers are going to have to deal with that, Radu. Um, and, society is going to come to some sort of majority or consensus on how to deal with these situations eventually. And then we'll all, basically be under, a social contract to deal with those things the way society wants to deal with it. Or, um, you know, the consequences, will be what they are, you know, um, the consequences are going to be what they are. So, but I just think it's a very interesting thing, because I really am curious. Like, you have one group of people trying to bring their testosterone up and another group of people trying to bring their testosterone down. What if they meet in the middle? I think that it's pretty interesting. Are you gonna make this? Okay. I was trying to let the guy in, but whatever. But doesn't really affect me and how I live my life, at least not to this point. So um, I've got no authority. My opinion really doesn't matter. So I'm not going to get all fucking busted about it. And I think that that's really the way to deal with a lot of these situations. You have the option to get pissy about stuff, but I'm just going to tell you. See what I was telling you about the other day? See, I'm fucking looking back 1,000 feet and then taking it that way. Being the lady we've been talking about, her driving more often because she may be forced to. Hopefully, she'll be forced to uh, at some point in the future. And um, we were talking about her apprehension for driving. Like, I guess one of the toughest things you said that one of the toughest things um, is merging on the highway. Like, the street stuff is okay, driving on the highway, but getting there. But I rely very heavily on my side view mirrors, and I'm looking back as far as I can, as before I even try to do any kind of merging. So if any of you guys struggle with merging on the highways, I can tell you um, one of the things that I have that has helped me is to look as far back as you can as you are getting close to the merge point, and then you can kind of get a gauge for how fast people are driving or how close they are to you, and then you can make a decision rather early. And the earlier you make the decision, the better. And don't be afraid to step on the gas. Sometimes it's fun. um, if you speed to merge with traffic, an officer's not going to stop you for that. It's like, listen, I don't want to die. Okay. I don't know. It seems like there was a leak in that protein container. Exiting highways is so much easier. Let's see if let's see. So I put the text out there. I put the text out there for Serial. If he wants to get on, we'll do an IW live stream. Starting to feel a little bit more like myself. But I'm probably gonna have like a fruit shake with nothing but fruit and like 3 scoops of glutamine. just to make sure I'm not completely fucked up after today's workout. I definitely overtrained, but I'm not mad about it because my joints feel decent. I went moved up in weight on the dumbbell chest press, so we're getting this chest working. Oh, we got. Oh yeah, I bought. Yeah. I was thinking more along the lines of coconut water. I would prefer coconut water. We don't have any coconut water, folks. Um, because I like just that straight fruit consistency. The coconut milk is gonna kind of make it kind of thicker, probably frothy. Not as much as regular. You know, yeah, not as much as regular or protein powder in it. Yeah, I don't want any protein powder, but it'll be and you did just but yeah, I'm gonna be like trying to get my recovery shit going. Gonna eat pretty heavy. Gonna try to get on IW. I don't know how long. It all depends on if I get a reply back from Serial. Um, so yeah, actually, somebody on Twitter just made the same case that I just made. Um, so yeah, it would be really, really interesting also if we got, yes, please start crossing the street when you don't have the light. Yes, you're an 180-pound woman. You're gonna definitely do well getting hit by a 2.5 ton SUV. Come on, people, like be smart. Goodness gracious. Like, this is the fourth time today that I've had a pedestrian only start to cross the street when they've lost a light. Like, they'll stand there at the corner, wait until the light turns red for them, and then start crossing the street. Come on. Yeah, it would be very interesting if they just got rid of male and female designations in all sports and just put everybody in the same pool. So there's like no discrimination or anything like that. Nobody's gonna feel like, they are, you know, and then just, let the best, the very best athletes in any particular sport. Like if you just wanted to create just one NBA, if there are women players that are better than the male players, then you just put them in the game. You put them on the team. You draft the women if they're better than the men, and that's it. Because that you're gonna have to like something's gonna have to give. Either you're gonna have to create a denomination, or you're gonna have to create divisions specifically for trans people, or you're gonna have to get rid of, the separation between male and female in sport. Um, so yeah, I think it would be pretty interesting to see um, what ends up happening. But again, like I don't even, I can have my opinion on whether I think something is fair or not, but ultimately the athletes have to decide. The governing bodies of each sport has to decide what's fair and what isn't. It's not up to me to decide. The only thing that I decide is what I choose to watch for entertainment as far as sports go. And, I choose to, I choose to watch the sports I like to watch. And that's what I stick with. And no matter what amount of social lobbying for everybody to just accept everything, people are still going to watch what they think is entertaining, and they're going to vote with their dollars. So, and that's just what we all should do: vote with our dollars. Vote with your dollars. I just got a flashback of that stupid ass movie we watched last night. We watched this movie called Unhinged last night. Are you not entertained? Holy shit. Oh man. Are you not entertained? She was not entertained. Oh my god. Niggas be wild. I wonder what trans people prefer when they get hospitalized, or I don't know what that other thing is. But the thing is, like, they have the right to do whatever society's gonna let them do. That's it. And if they're allowed to compete against women, and the governing bodies, believe that that there is no unfairness with that at all, then that's what's going to happen. And your job is to show your support in either direction by voting with your dollars. If you're an ally of that movement and you want to see more trans people competing against women, make sure that you support it, because and what I mean by support, I don't mean like, oh, I support with my words. You're gonna have to make sure that when these you're gonna have to make sure that when you have a chance to buy a ticket, that you buy the ticket, that you show up, you buy concessions. You have to make sure that whatever you think should be, that you're going out there and supporting it with your dollars, because in the end, money talks and bullshit walks. And we've had this discussion about women's professional basketball, the WNBA. We've had this discussion. Oh, why don't WNBA players get paid the same as NBA players? Well, the league, the entire league, not just a team or two, but the entire league operates in the red, and have done so for the entire history of the WNBA. They cost more money than they generate in revenue. So if you want to get people to, if you want to get WNBA players paid more, then you're going to have to show up to the arenas when they're playing. And if you're not showing up to the arenas, you have to make sure you're watching on ESPN, make sure they get the ratings, right? But if you're a person that supports female athletics and you think that the WNBA players should get paid more money, even though they don't draw revenue, you make sure that they are drawing the revenue and they'll get paid more money. But they will not get paid more money unless people pay more money to watch them play. If more people watch on ESPN and the advertisers see that the the ratings are up, and that and then these companies want to buy advertising slots for higher prices, that is going to put more money in the women's pockets. But they have to draw an audience. And if you are a person that if you consider yourself to be a feminist and you want WNBA players to be paid the same as NBA players, then you're going to have to start watching the games, attending the games, buying merchandise, and buying concessions. Until you do that, they will not be paid any more than they are, because they actually, the NBA subsidizes the existence of the NBA. The NBA pours money into the WNBA because they're not profitable. It's just what it is. So, I'm gonna bet that it's easier. Thank you, lady. More people that don't cross the street until they don't have the light. Um, yeah, but I think if you really want to bring women's sports to the forefront, you're going to have to speak with your dollars. You can, a lot of it's funny. A lot of the feminists that say that WNBA players should be paid more money, they don't watch the WNBA either because they don't care about sports. I would not expect a Broadway play to survive if nobody bought tickets. So, from what I'm hearing, is that the the feminists that want WNBA players to get paid more money, they believe that it is a man's responsibility to feel more entertained by a product he is not entertained by, and then support with his dollars a to support a sport or a league that he has no interest in. So some of them feel like if you're a man and you like to watch basketball, that all basketball is the same. But again, people vote with their dollars. Women, by and large, that are into sports, women prefer to watch the NBA. Um, and they let's go. You got the right of way. God damn. He's waving us on, motherfucker. You've got the either people want to roll through the stop sign or they want to stop when they have the right of way. We are living in the twilight zone, family. Seditionalist says, how about no more men's and women's classes sports? Put them together and only judge them on their skills and results. I just said that, but that was before you joined the stream, Seditionalist. But yes, I did say that. You just put them together, take away all of the when the UFC first started, they didn't have weight classes. They put all the men against each other. Hey, you're a wrestler, you're a jiu-jitsu guy, go in the cage. And then very quickly, after smaller guys started getting mauled, they started, creating lighter weight classes so that the little guys didn't get destroyed. Um, um, I think that if they got rid of weight classes and they got rid of like let's say the UFC for instance, right? Because that's really the promotion I choose to watch. Um, let's say let's say they just put men and women in a cage regardless of weight class and all this other stuff. I would just stop watching because I'm not going to support that. Um, I vote with my dollars. Um, um, I'm not gonna, watch, a 205-pound man bludgeon a 145-pound woman. That's not my idea of entertainment. So yeah, I would definitely avoid that like the plague. I have no interest in taking part in that. Um, I'm about to go, right? I have no interest in watching that kind of stuff, so I'm not gonna. It's that fucking simple. Um, um, but the thing is, if people start like really, if you start getting like a lot of the hardline feminists who are going to spend their money to buy UFC pay-per-views of, men getting in fights with women, if that's what they want to do, um, that's your fucking business. But I'm not going to watch that. Um, um, so I think that's really what it comes down to, folks. Um, you are going to ensure the survival of a system or a sport by where you spend your money. And um, this is a good question. If there would be a woman that's up to the task to compete, why wouldn't you watch? For the same reason I don't watch the NBA, the WNBA, but I prefer to watch the NBA because that's not my idea of entertainment, right? Like there are things that I want to see, and that's just not one of the things that I'd want to see. I don't see that as legitimate entertainment. Uh, I see. I think that's a three. Is that a 3 or 4 series? I don't know the difference. Yeah, I don't think they have a 3 series um convertible. I don't know. Or maybe they used to make a 3 series convertible because I saw that you know just saw a BMW convertible. But we're gonna sign off because we got to take these I don't know baby cacti into the house. Yep. Along with a bunch of other shit. If you guys would be so entertained, I'm going to see if we're gonna get thank you. I'm gonna see if we're gonna do some kind of Call of Duty live stream tonight. Um, um, yeah, so hope to see you guys there if I choose to do that live stream. Yeah, let me get the fuck out of here. Peace.